10 tips to be good at Mario 35, even if you suck at Mario like me. Mario 35 was a surprise for me. I loved Tetris 99 and played it for quite a while. But when Mario 35 was announced, I was a little skeptical of how the mechanics of Tetris 99 would integrate into classic Mario. A battle royale Mario game was a very weird concept. I'm happy to say they pulled it off, and I am friggin' addicted. This is one time being an older gamer has come in handy for me. This is the game that many of us grew up on and have spent a big part of our childhood playing, so us old-timers already know all the secrets and hidden blocks. I may not outlive many people who watch this video, but at least I know where all the one-ups in Mario are. Anyway, I wanted to impart some of my old person wisdom on you and try to help you improve your Mario 35 game plan, so I threw together a list. Why a list? I don't know. People seem to like lists, and they're easier to organize and digest, so why not? 1. Don't be this guy. For some reason, almost every game starts with somebody dying on the very first Goomba. One key component to winning is not dying, so try to avoid dying. And the off chance that you do happen to be that guy, because it happens to everyone from time to time, and not everyone can afford pills for this, just start a new run and pretend it never happened. Problem solved. 2. Hoard coins. This seems self-explanatory, but I've seen many players just rip through every level without stopping to grab coins or kill enemies for time. This is self-defeating. Coins let you roll the item block. Rolling the item block gives you stuff that helps you stay alive. Every 20 coins gives you a roll. Thus, more coins means more rolls and more chances to stay alive. My first priority in each game is to get as many coins early on as I can, when the clock is still moving slowly. This is the best time to gather resources, so use this time to turn Mario into a 1%er. It pays to be rich, especially in Mario 35. Hit every accessible block you can and kill everything you can within reason. 3. Don't rely solely on firepower to kill monsters. Chain stomps give you a ton of time. So do the turtle shell chains. Shells have the added benefit of being quick. 4. Play lame. The word lame is fighting game language. It essentially means to sit back, make the opponent come to you, and take as little risks as possible. How does this apply to Mario 35, you may be wondering? This Sagat provides an excellent example of how this applies. Take the easy path as much as you can. Don't put yourself in bad situations, and don't be afraid to play slow. This is a strategic game, and when you can see what monsters are coming up on your handy little bar, you won't know where they will come up, so blindly jumping ahead at high speed gives you less time to react to surprises. So go slow, watch ahead, and formulate a plan to navigate any given situation. Playing slow isn't weak or cheap or cheating. It makes winning easier, and it's a good strategy. That's how competition works. Mario 35 is a competitive game. 5. Always target attackers. If you're hoarding coins like a good Mario, you will usually have multiple people targeting you at once. This is good because this means you can send multiple monsters back at them. Don't worry about sending too many. As a matter of fact, the more the better. More monsters being sent to you means more for you to kill to get more time. Each monster you kill multiplies that monster by the number of people you are targeting, at which point it will likely get sent back to you again that many times. Also, learn what I like to call the around the world technique, which is essentially mashing R1 4 times. Sometimes you can pick up more targets this way, and as we know, more targets the better. 6. Don't be afraid to loop 1, 2. Yeah, it's annoying playing the same level over and over, but looping 1, 2 gives you something that not many other levels do: control over where you're going next. Taking warp zones means you can control your destination, which means you can control what enemies you'll be sending out and what resources you can get. If you don't see anything good, that's fine. most of the time 1-2 will be available on the warp pipes, so go through it again. 1-2 is good because you can get a lot of coins in 1-2, like 90 plus. And as we know, coins are good. Refer to tip number 1. 7. Know your levels. If you run into a level that you struggle at, go to practice courses and play it over and over until you can beat it consistently. Also, learn 1-3. People pick this level a lot and it comes up a lot randomly. I don't know why, it's not a hard level, but learn it. 8. Know your resources. If you need coins, 2-1 has a 1-up mushroom, coin heaven, and a 10 block. And also has a lot of loose coins. You can net about 100 coins per run in 2-1. 1-2 is good too with about 90 coins, as stated before. 1-1 is also good as it's quick and gets you about 40 coins. If you need time on the clock, look for 3-2. The stage is essentially a series of flat areas with turtle shells right at the very start. I've gone from being low on time to almost maxed with one run through of 3-2. Use the shells. The shells are good. Also, 2-1 and 1-1 are good for time too, since they both have stars in them that are easily accessible. 9. Know your monsters. Not just where to find them, but how to counteract them. In my experience, bloopers are the most irritating enemy for people to deal with. They are hard to hit and will often kill people who don't know how to deal with them. Many people don't know the trick, which is the blooper can't hurt you if you're standing on the ground. Cheap Cheeps, bloopers, Hammer Brothers, and Hammer Bowsers are probably the most effective monsters to send out to kill people. Just be careful about Lakitus. Each one of those you send out gets multiplied and then sent back to you by that multiplier. Which means pretty soon you're going to have a screen filled with Lakitus, and that is near impossible to maneuver. 10. Roll, roll, roll. Don't be afraid to spend coins since you're hoarding them so effectively now. If you're small and there's no power up close, don't be afraid to roll. Just hope you don't get unlucky and get 6 pows in a row. This happened to me. It's irritating. If you see troubled areas ahead, you can roll before you jump into danger. That way you get hit and you have an automatic power up as soon as the roll stops. If your clock is low and you have a few hundred coins, you can just roll non-stop. Typically, when you're at the last 5 or so, this is what you'll end up doing. Usually I wait until my clock is about 250 or so before I start doing this. Once it's red and you have fast clock, then there really is no downside to rolling continuously until you're out of coins. Look at it this way. If you get a power up, you either power up, which freezes the clock for a second or so while it does the animation, or you get a plus 15 on the clock for getting the power up. It's a win-win. If you get a star, that's basically guaranteed clock with the stuff you're going to kill from it. There's no downside. If you get a POW, you clear the screen, and that gives you clock too. Also no downside. It's better to use the coins you have in the bank than to die with them sitting there. And a few things to watch out for. If you have a fire flower, you can't start running without throwing a fireball. As soon as you press B, you're throwing a fireball. So if you're doing something like trying to jump on a turtle, you may end up killing it before you can jump on it because you'll throw a fireball at it. Turn around, throw the fireball, hold the button, and then jump. I've accidentally killed turtles this way and lost a chain as a result of this, which is extremely irritating. Also, momentum in this game is weird, especially when you're entering a pipe. Sometimes a sideways pipe kind of just sucks you in. You have to come to a complete stop and walk up to the pipe slowly, otherwise you'll lose out on the coin block. And what do we know about 1-2 is that you're going to be running it quite a bit. So, stop fully before approaching this pipe. It will suck you in. Practice jumping. Momentum in this game is weird. Mario 1 is an old game, and as such, the momentum mechanics are a little antiquated. Sometimes it'll be unpredictable as to how much momentum you'll have. Sometimes you'll think you'll have more than you will, and you'll jump, and it ends up being kind of an awkward jump because it doesn't reach as far as you want, and you'll end up falling and dying. Sometimes you won't think you'll have any momentum, but Mario will randomly gain momentum out of nowhere and get a speed boost to just jump. I don't know why this happens. Sometimes it happens when I'm not even hitting the run button. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. I hope at least some of this was useful to you and that you will be able to take this information and improve your game. Play slow, utilize the clock, and make sure to roll when you have coins in the bank. This way, you'll be able to finish top 5 pretty consistently and get first place wins at a pretty solid rate. All that said, this game is only temporary. Nintendo says they're only going to have it on the market for so long. I think March is the cutoff. So get in games while you can.